Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. If you like this kind of garbage, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Do it for the YouTube algorithms, doggone it. I appreciate you. Recently, Oklahoma did another wave of, I think they're calling it third wave of ICE enforcements at their weigh stations. It's like one of the only states that's doing it this heavy, so which is great. It's something that we worked so hard for back earlier this year. But this is a news channel, and let's sit here and watch it and react to it.
The tire on your driver's side second axle. Pull over.
Semi-drivers were directed to pull into the weigh station at Durand, a south port of entry into Oklahoma. The trucks are checked on a safety score: tires, weight, their DOT number, and the higher the score, the worse it is. So folks with a low score are cleared to get back on the highway. But those with a higher score are pulled over for an inspection.
You don't have any hazardous materials whatsoever? Okay.
Like this driver from Canada.
Ontario. Here, I'll just take all of it.
Troopers inspect the vehicle and the paperwork to make sure the driver and the truck meet all the safety and legal requirements.
By the way, if he's from Canada, if this driver's from Canada, he should be able to drive down here, take a load. I don't agree with this rule, but the rules state that he could take a load down here into the state and then go back to Canada, not drive around and do domestic loads here in the States. And hopefully they're enforcing that.
Immigration agents then make sure the driver is legal, hasn't overstayed a visa, doesn't have an order of removal or any warrants.
He's legal. Okay.
After a short delay, this driver was sent on his way with a clean bill of health. But for these drivers, that was not the case. They were taken into custody. Troopers say they see many drivers who are not in the U.S. legally. They don't speak or write English, so troopers don't believe those drivers were properly vetted or trained or could pass the written test, and they say that's a safety threat to everyone on the road.
We don't know what their intentions are. Their intention may be to come here and just try to make a buck, but it also may be more nefarious, which is our big concern, that these people are driving 80,000 pounds of a truck filled with we don't know what.
We actually covered that. A potential terrorist that has terrorist ties to Uzbekistan. We actually covered that here on this channel just a few days ago. And my question is how many more of those people are out there? And what is the vetting process? When you have ICE over here at these weigh stations, that's exactly what they're trained to do. They're trained to spot these people. And that's the reason why it's so good to see Oklahoma working with ICE.
One of the criticisms of this operation is that they are profiling drivers and only pulling over certain people based on how they look. But they say, and we have seen, they are pulling over every single truck on this highway. And they say a lot of times they can't tell who the driver is until they get them pulled over.
Well, I tell you what, this is the perfect time to make this statement right here. I don't know who this lady is, what her experience is with trucking or whatever. It's almost as if she knew, well, we're going to have this Prime truck in the background when we make this statement, that we're not profiling racially or anything like that, because, you know, Prime is an American company and they don't hire illegals, right? That they hire Americans. Okay, say what you want to about Prime Inc. I got to make sure it says Prime Inc. Okay, not the other Amazon Prime. I'm talking about this Prime. Okay. I've been critical of Prime. I've been critical of all mega carriers, but pretty much they're all hiring legal American citizens. And so when you have all these people sitting there talking about, oh, it's profiling and all this kind of stuff. Listen, some people sit there and say, be politically correct and say, they shouldn't be profiling. I'm on the other side. I think you should be profiling. Go find the white Volvos, okay? I can point them out to you. A lot of them have holes in their floorboards where they take a dump going down the road. Yes, that's actually happening. I hope they're not eating lunch.
And frankly, they've been surprised that most of the drivers who are here illegally are from countries in Europe, Ukraine, places like China as well.
They point to the fact every 16-year-old who gets a driver's license has to pass a written test, and the standard is even higher to get a commercial driver's license.
There's pop-up CDL companies that are interested in making $1, and they're putting out these CDLs to people that really should not have CDL.
this trooper, this officer, whatever they call him in Oklahoma, state trooper, whatnot. That's what we call him here in Texas. Knows what he's talking about. When he's this guy knows. These companies that do the bulk of these hiring, these company or these illegal drivers, they're illegal companies by themselves. They go and they have wrecks and then they close shop, and that's one of the reasons why they could keep their score low. Okay, it's because when their score gets high, they just close that down and open up another one. It's a scam going on all around the country. This is a bigger problem than just having illegal truck drivers, people that don't speak English. This right here is such a big problem that the trucking industry needs to be overhauled. A lot of people say, Ike, why don't you bring up this? Why don't you bring up that? I mean, I have, but don't you understand? This is more than just English proficiency. This is more than just illegal immigrants. Okay, and that's the reason why I'm calling out for an all-out ban on visas in trucking. But OIDA and other freaking people in Washington don't want to listen to that.
They focus on the drivers coming through the state of Oklahoma, but Homeland Security investigations agents are also here. They're trying to find out where and how these drivers here illegally are getting these CDLs so they can focus on that end of the equation.
A lot of these companies are fly-by-the-night shops. So what they'll do is they'll hire somebody who's not here legally with the CDL. They'll put them on the road. If their company gets busted or shut down, they will simply just start a new company.
They've arrested people here illegally, those with felony warrants, and one person had an international warrant through Interpol, as well as cartel members and gang members.
I mean, it's just so much, right? It's just so much to take in consideration. We've come a long way in 2025. We've done so much more in 2025, and I'm talking about we as a whole industry as a whole, that to bring this out to the public, okay, and educate people, and then educate the people in our government, and where the government can't ignore us anymore. We've done more this year than what's been done in decades, which I'm happy about, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Okay, and all you guys will agree with me on that, right? That, hey, we've been doing a lot of talking. We see enforcement like right here in Oklahoma. This is on Highway 69 in Durant, Oklahoma. I mean, I used to go through there all the time. Yeah, you'll find, some illegals, but the bulk of them are the east to west interstates, right? That's where you find them. And they know that they know where they're coming from. But and this trooper right here, Lieutenant Mark Southall, okay, hopefully someone in Oklahoma needs to listen to my words. Give this man a raise right here for knowing exactly what's going on. Okay, he's knowing what's going on in the trucking industry. He's not just a robot doing his freaking job. It sounds like he's highly educated, knows exactly, and we need more people like this. Unlike California, where their governor tells them not to freaking do anything. They're not allowed to do anything. Okay, I mean, absolutely, 100%. Oklahoma and ICE doing a fantastic job. Is it enough? No, I think we should do more. I think all states, obviously it comes down to manpower, people that work for ICE, do they have that many officers out there, agents or whatever they call them in ICE. But listen, this is good news, but we need a lot more being done in the trucking industry. And I'm just glad to be able to point those things out. Shut them down, kick them out of the industry, kick them out of the country, and all those fraudulent trucking companies out there, mainly in Chicago, shut those guys down. Bonehead Truckers, we're gone.